This is group chat for Group 4. Our group topic is about food problem. When international students come to America for studying, they face problems with food. If students want to get used to the life in America, food problems should be settled down properly. These problems can be divided into many parts. We will solve the problem by understanding the different parts of them and the way to overcome it. And this project is held by 4 Chinese students. They are Lu Yangqiu, Zelong Wang, Sou Jiangong, Li Lu. And this section is food style held by Lu Yang. This part will be divided into 1. Difference in tableware. 2. Different types of food. 3. Suggestions. For Chinese, we often eat food with chopsticks, which are just 2 sticks in Americans' eyes. I was treated by a host family in Ohio. When they carried me to eat Chinese food, I can see their puzzles in eating with chopsticks. They finally gave up. Americans often eat food with forks, knives, and spoons. They often cut food at eating time with the knives, but Chinese just cut the food before cooking. This may cause differences in the tableware. The American food is very often in China, so many students can use forks, knives, and spoons well. The students who don't know how to use them do not need to worry a lot. This tableware is very easy to use, so you can learn it very quickly. Compared to Chinese, Americans cook food in really different ways. They often fry chicken and beef to make a burger. Also, they can bake sausage to make hot dog. But the most staple food are rice and noodle in China. Then people will cook many different kinds of food in different style. I will introduce some interesting styles of food which can really easy to cook at home, so students do not need to worry about not getting used to eating the American food. The first style of food is my favorite, hot pot. This is kind of food with very long history. It has been invented in the warring state of China. It is just a pot with a boiling soup and water in it. You just need to rinse the ingredients, which is raw food just like meat, seafood category, vegetable categories, and so on, in a boiling soup, so it is very easy to eat and prepare for these foods. Nowadays, the hot pot often uses spicy soup as a hot pot seasoning. When people want to eat spicy food, they often choose to go to a hot pot restaurant. The Mandarin duck pot is the most famous hot pot. You can see it in the first picture. This pot has been divided into 2 parts. One is for the spicy soup, the other is for clear soup. You can choose the state you like to add ingredients into different parts. In Chinese supermarket for Columbus, you can easily find hot pot seasoning, and then you just need some raw ingredients that you can find them anywhere in the market. As a result, you can make this type of food in your home with friends. The next type of food is noodle. America also has types of noodles too, but they often do not eat them, and I think noodle is not suitable for Chinese state. In China, people often eat noodles as the breakfast, so Chinese have great studies on noodle. I will introduce some types of noodles. I'm from Wuhan province, where has a really popular noodles named hot dry noodles. It has honor for Chinese top 10 noodle. As its name refers, it is a dry noodle. You should cook the noodles in advance and then add sesame sauce, sesame oil, vinegar, chili oil, and so on. You can just add these based on your own state. Another type of noodle is ramen noodles. This noodle is produced by dragon paste to become the shape of noodles, so you can drag ramen noodles as slender as you can. There are some competition in China to drag noodles. You can see how slender noodles in the picture. It is also easy to make by yourself. Just steam the noodles and add some ingredients as you want. If you don't want to do this cooking by yourself, you can also choose to eat out. There is a restaurant to eat hot pot called Red Chili Asia Chicken and a restaurant to eat ramen noodles called Chinese Beef Noodle Soup. They are both in the high street, so you can go to eat wherever you want.
For part 2, I will introduce the different nutritional constitutions from American meals and Chinese meals. For most Chinese international students, they always facing a problem that they have no idea with what to eat in the daily meals. Because there's quite a large amount of differences between ordinary Chinese food and the traditional American one. And the problem can be briefly described as 2 big parts, different dishes and different nutritional compositions. In China, people often choose gruel, milk, and steamed buns as breakfast. Similarly, Americans choose bread and a cup of coffee. People in China prefer meal flavors reduce or leave out salt and chili at morning, and breakfast always does not provide much energy and sugar. So a few teenagers or young people, like students, eat noodles and other pastry, which can let them become more concentrated on their study and work. International students can add more sugar to their coffee or take a snack in their morning class, for example, chocolate bar or other sweets. And American students also eat scrambled egg and pancake at morning. Those foods are all easy for international students to accept. And of course, it can provide much sugar and energy for morning activities. Lunch seems like have more differences and complications because there are too many choices for both American lunch and Chinese lunch. Needless to say, China has more than various dishes, but various cuisines, such as Sichuan cuisines, which are most common seen in the Chinese dishes restaurants of American. Although it is not authentic like in China, yet those dishes still have something in common. For example, most Chinese lunch consists of rice, seasonal cooking vegetables, and cooked meat diet. So all of them are full of olive oil or canola oil for the cooking process. The meat provides enough proteins for one's body, and vegetables provide vitamins and reduce grease. As a result, Chinese students can easily control their diet and maintain healthy. But for international students who are not get used to the university and unfamiliar with the American food, they always do not know what kind of nutrition they can get from the food as well as how to control them. We can commonly say American food in the comments of OSU, there are always French fries, chips, biscuits, or pasta as main course with some dessert and fruit, like watermelon, pineapple, and berries. And since there are not many vegetables like China, students have to eat more fruit and drink little sugary soda. Furthermore, so much sugar and fried grease in the meal will perhaps lead to zits and pimples. I can see many students have more serious zits after coming to America, so we need to control them. Dinner in China has not a standard for all people. Some like to eat very easy and more like to absorb more water and vitamins to regulate their hormones of their body. And the other way around, some like to eat abundantly with their families, and because dinner is crucial part for Chinese family in the whole day, and it has already become a time and space for family participations and communications. For nutritional aspect, Chinese dinner do not have much energy and sugar like lunch do, but it still provides more proteins, water, and salt. Consider the American dinner, it is not more requirement for nutrition if you have eaten a steak or fried chickens at lunch because you have already gained enough proteins and more proteins are hard to absorb and transfer. More fruit and water is quite a good choice for most international students who have lunch very well.
Hi, I'm Zelong. I will talk about the part 3, the table manners. When we talk about eating, the international students in the United States have to eat with Americans. So table manners is an important part. Because of cultural difference, table manners in every country are different. Although table manners are just a small way of etiquette, respecting each other's table manners is respect for the culture of others. So it is very important. Since I am Chinese and most of my friends are Chinese, I would like to talk the difference between Chinese and American because there are so many differences. I'm here to talk at some of examples I encounter in my daily life. So the first, I will talk the public tableware. Because I have been in host family for a while, one of the most impressive differences is the culture of spoon. When we have dinner together, each of us will have a set of tableware, and in the middle of table we'll put some dishes. If I need to eat some dishes, I need to use the public spoon to get food, and can't use my own tableware. I can understand that, because using public tableware is very hygienic and can prevent the spread of disease. Now, in some parts of China, people have started to use it, but not popular. I think there are some cultural reasons for this. In Chinese culture, if the host do this, it is unfriendly for guests. When I first came to America, I didn't get used to it, but then I thought it's good. In China, even if the table is full of dishes, the host will say there are few dishes. The reception is not good enough. Please excuse my lack of preparation. In America, the owner will say, help yourself to some vegetables. At the same time, Chinese hosts like help their guests to eat food, and they always keep the guest plate full, so that can show they are friendly. In the United States, it is very impolite behavior to help guests eat food, and it is disrespectful to the guest. In fact, I don't like other people to help me eat food, because they will not necessarily give me what I like to eat, and they always let me eat. Sometimes I can eat more. They are still eat food to me, and I have to eat all of the food that someone else has added to me. Otherwise, it is disrespect to others. I hate that. So the third, I want to talk about the table atmosphere. Table atmosphere of China and America is completely different. Chinese people pay attention to business, so they often talk loudly at the table. But in the eyes of Westerners, this is very uneducated behavior. Table manners in America should be polite and refined. The all process should be quick and graceful. And most important, in China, when you finish eating and you want to eat more food, you need to still say you are full, you are full, you are good, I can't eat more. But usually in this time, the host will give you more food, even if you said you are full. In the United States, if you say you are full, no one will help me get more food. That's totally different.
Hello everyone, my name is Shou Jiangong. Today, my topic is the international students' idea about the food in US and how do we adapt to it. What do international students think about the American food? From Alexandra Seminova, who are in Mercer College, said, fried, flatty, and fulfilling. This is what I thought American food would be like when I came to study at Mercer College. Does every international student feeling like hers? The answer is not clear. But for most students, they agree that the US has a bad reputation about when it comes to food. We can find a lot of food that really weird for international students, such as cheese, meatloaf, bacon, corn dogs, and so on. However, there actually are some students like the food in America. A student said, I love cheeseburger and hamburgers. Many people list either hamburgers or cheeseburgers as their favorite American food. And who wouldn't? Burgers are perhaps the most successful culinary invention of the United States. Furthermore, the pizza and other foods are okay for me. And of course, I'm an international student too. In my opinion, I think the students should be used to the American food. After all, we will live and study in US for several years. I have one helpful tip that helps me generally get accustomed to eating American food. Try as many different American foods as you can. By doing this, you can find at least some food you like, and based on it, you can adjust your diet habit slowly. Finally, the other foods are also not taste so bad for you. In a word, there are many different paths for the problems of eating food in America. Also, there are many ways to solve it. As a result, you can solve these problems easily with a correct solution. In this process, you can also learn a lot and become mature gradually, which is very useful for your rest life in the foreign country.